Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kevin here, and today we're going to be doing an Armored Warfare commentary over some Armored Warfare gameplay. The gameplay in the background is on Port Storm, I believe. I'm using the T-62 main battle tank tier 3, and overall it's a good fun tank, and I do very well in this game, and it was a lot of fun. But that is not the topic of today's commentary. It is about Armored Warfare, but it is not about the gameplay. So I wanted to talk about today how the correlation about armored warfare being introduced into this armored vehicle genre is going to compare and affect World of Tanks players. Because I think a lot of people that play World of Tanks have maybe heard of the new game Armored Warfare coming out, and maybe how this is going to affect them, and how maybe World of Tanks and Wargaming is going to lose some profit and some players from their game and their genre in general, which they pretty much started, and maybe some other games are starting to get in this genre, and really those are going to move over to Armored Warfare, because what they're doing over there is pretty impressive. I must say the early access stage of the game, which I've been playing, and there's more videos coming very soon of it, because they're doing more testing, which by the way, the gameplay is early access. It has been very impressive, and I've been impressed, and I am impressed, so good job to those guys over there, to Obsidian. Those are the creators of the game. They've been doing a good job, and really I'm looking forward to more. But let's go and dive into that topic. So how is this going to affect the average World of Tanks player? Well, first off, now that there is this new company coming into this genre that World of Tanks has obviously dominated for quite some time now, pretty much since it existed, since they practically created it, this is going to create more competition. Now, why is this a good thing for the consumer? Anytime there is competition, you guys, this is always going to be a good thing for the consumer. One, because with competition, this comes a better product for the consumer. So, what I mean by that in this type of scenario is, let's say Armored Warfare starts kicking up, doing really well. World of Tanks is going to see this and say, oh man, we got to pick our game up and do something to compete with them. So for instance, World of Tanks on the PC or even on the Xbox, whatever, maybe they'll make all their tanks in HD much quicker on the PC. Maybe they'll introduce new game modes, maybe they'll introduce new maps, maybe they'll introduce new tanks, better tanks, just new mechanics, a lot of things like that to try to compete with Armored Warfare. And Armored Warfare is doing pretty much the same thing right now by being introduced into the genre in itself. I mean, they're already in this, considering to themselves, they're like, oh wow, I mean, we're going to this game, we've already got a good head start, World of Tanks, I mean, look out, because we're coming for you, and they are. But yeah, that's the main point. With the more competition, the consumer is just going to get the better product, so don't be freaking out, if any of you are, which you really shouldn't be, about the game Armored Warfare coming out and affecting your World of Tanks play. There is a chance you might lose some players from, World of Tanks, but this is just going to better the product on both sides of the spectrum. Whether you're playing Armored Warfare or playing World of Tanks, it's going to be a better product because there's more competition. That's just a principle of what's going to be happening very soon as Armored Warfare gets introduced into beta and introduced into the actual game being released. Assuming that it stays in its current genre. Point in case. The next point I want to make is overall just the basic necessity of, if we don't have competition, you guys, I really want to drive this part in too. If we don't have competition in our community, in our genre that's new, it's just going to lead to a bad product. World of Tanks, if they don't have competition, no offense, no matter how much you love World of Tanks and Wargaming, eventually they're not going to be doing as much as they can. Like I mentioned just before, the more competition, the better. But if we only have one main genre company creating the game, then they're going to overtake the genre and not really even try that hard, and not push out new ideas and new mechanics. And honestly, it's a bad thing. If that happens, that isn't good. So we really need this competition. It's only a good thing for the rest of us, you guys. Don't be looking at this as a bad thing, because it is a great thing for the community. It just means more competition, more mechanics, better updates, maybe more HD vehicles on the PC World of Tanks and such. On World of Tanks and Xbox One could be a better experience because of this. A lot of things could happen. I don't know what specifically is going to happen, but we will wait and see what these plus sides will be as Armored Warfare gets introduced into the genre in itself. The last thing I want to make before the video runs out of time here is that Armored Warfare is looking pretty good, and I must say, like I said earlier in the video, I am impressed, and I think if they continue on this path, if they find World of Tanks highs and fix its lows and incorporate that into its own game with its own twist of its own game, then I think World of Tanks and Wargaming in itself is going to have a major competitor and some real competition, if they're really going to be able to put up a fight. Of course, Wargaming has dominated this genre, but with Armored Warfare coming up, you guys, they have a lot to worry about, and it's going to be very, very interesting over the next few years or so. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike, let me know why. But just thought I'd throw that out there and let you guys, talk about it in the comments or whatever, and just ponder about it, because this is only good for us, for the consumer. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.